Hi y'all. Well, I just ruined everyone's diet by doing the Christmas crack recipe. So now I thought I'd do a vegetable, try to get you back on track a little bit. This is a really, really good vegetable that lots of times now when you go out to a restaurant, they're serving this as an appetizer and it's really good. It's roasted cauliflower and you can like dip it in ranch dressing or blue cheese dressing. And it's really tasty, but I'm kind of kicking mine up a little bit. I'm not just roasting the cauliflower. I'm putting lots of different spices on them, which kind of adds a barbecue flavor to it. So I think you'll like it. First off, if you've never done anything with cauliflower before, let me show you. This is a big, beautiful cauliflower that Bob bought yesterday. It's really huge. It's almost as big as my head. So never seen one quite this big, but this is the time of year to get them, I guess. So you just turn it over to the back side, cut these outer leaves off, and then you'll get to where you can see the let me show you what I'm talking about. We save all this for the chickens because they love all the vegetable scraps. Oh, telling me the oven's ready. I've set my oven to 350 because we're just going to roast this on the same baking sheet that I did that Christmas crack on. So did something totally unhealthy on it, and now we're going to do something super healthy. So, all right, so you see I've got these leaves off of here now. And you can just use a sharp little knife like that where you can get down in there. So now you can see down in there, you see all the little stems for the flowerets. We're just going to cut each stem, and so that they come out shaped more like the flowerets, like the ones you buy in the grocery store. So a lot of people buy them already in flowerets, but like this is that's one. But then again, I'm going to cut it in smaller, closer to bite-sized pieces. So, I'll show you what I'm doing here. So see, now that's more like closer to a bite-sized piece or a couple of bites. And so I just split them and put them on in there. And you'll see when you get down, especially if you get a smaller cauliflower, a lot of these you won't even have to split them because they'll already be pretty small from where the stem is. But just dig down in there where that stem is, cut it. And you can see this kind of has like little stems here. I think you can see that. So I just try to cut down close to those so that it breaks off and still holds together into little pieces. So you can make these as big or as small as you want them to be. Anyhow, I'm going to fill this bowl up and then I'll get back with you and we'll go over the spices. Okay, you can see I've got a bowl full now. And they're all, fairly close to the same size, so that'll make them cook more evenly. So now I'm going to go, and here's the stem. This is what was left. This will also go to the chickens. So I'm going to go over to the sink, rinse these off, make sure that they're nice and clean, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Got the cauliflower all rinsed and drained. I'm just going to toss it right in this bowl again. And now I'm going to add in 1/3 of a cup of olive oil. I'm just going to pour that all over it, and then I'll be tossing that around pretty good. Let's see what I've got. Here I can do some tossing with. Just just want that olive oil to get all over these. I could do this with my hands, but I'm going to be using my hands to do these spices right now, so I don't want to get them messy. Look pretty coated with the oil now. I might wind up drizzling a little bit more over them after I put them on the cookie sheet. So I'm going to start putting my spices together instead of just sprinkling them on here, because I want them to be more evenly distributed on all the pieces of cauliflower. So I'm going to mix my spices all together in this little dish first and then sprinkle them over the cauliflower while I'm tossing it. So I started off with a half a teaspoon of salt, and now I'm going to do a half a teaspoon of garlic powder and about a half a teaspoon of pepper. And then I've got some of this white magic, which is just, you know, it probably also has salt and pepper in it too, but so I'm using a whole teaspoon of that. And then got this, it's the brown sugar bourbon Grill Master's seasoning. It's like what you would put on pork or chicken or something like that. So I'm putting a whole teaspoon of that on here. And then this is my favorite, Smokehouse Maple seasoning. I'm gonna put maybe a couple of teaspoons of that. So this is, I really like that flavor. And then I'm just going to stir this up really good. I noticed at the restaurants they say that you can order the cauliflower and then have it tossed in your favorite wing sauce, but I think this does just as good. I'm just going to sprinkle some over. Toss it. Sprinkle a little more. Sprinkle a little bit more. A bit more. Excuse me. I think I breathed in some of that pepper. Okay, it's all in there now, and it looks pretty evenly distributed on the cauliflower. I think y'all can see that. So I'm gonna spread it out here on this cookie sheet, and then you'll definitely be able to see it. And I just put parchment paper down on my cookie sheet, just for easy cleanup. And that one's kind of big. I'm probably going to cut it, and this one a little bit smaller. So we want them to cook as evenly as possible. So let me get my knife and whack those down a little bit smaller. Okay, just like that. Now, I think I will drizzle just a little bit more olive oil over them. Just a tiny bit. I don't want the seasoning to come off. Y'all, when this starts cooking, it smells so good because of that seasoning that's on there. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to put it in the oven. It's going to bake for about 45 minutes until I can just stick a fork in the cauliflower and it's nice and tender. And then it'll be ready. I'll get back with you soon. All right, y'all, I'm back and I just got them out of the oven and boy, do they look good. My kitchen smells wonderful. You can see how the tips of them were starting to turn brown and even on the bottom when you pick it up, see how it's browned a little bit on the bottom, and they're very fork tender. So I've got one out here, been trying to blow on it and cool it off a little bit. And I've got just a little bit of Walden Farms ranch dressing. It's just, it's 0 calories, 0 everything. 0 fat, 0 sugar. Makes you wonder what's in it. But anyhow, so this is what I like to do, is just dip it in a little bit of ranch dressing. Y'all, this is good. And I think it's healthy. So we're having this and some turkey breast that Bob smoked on the grill yesterday, and salad, and that's gonna be our good, healthy, lean and green meal for tonight. Anyhow, hope y'all will try this. Also, remember, I'm gonna be doing 2 videos a day from now until Friday, because on Friday, I plan to do my 200th video, and that is also my 2-year anniversary of being on YouTube. So I'm gonna have a big celebration on Friday, so stay tuned for that. And go ahead and hit the subscribe button and follow me so that you'll know when I post these videos. But I'm gonna try to do a healthy one and maybe a dessert or something else real Christmassy. This maybe not as healthy, just so y'all can see lots of different dishes between now and Friday. Anyhow, love you all and thank you for following me.